Hello! Sorry for the dramatic videos for the last three videos. I'm going to go give you a movie review. I recently went to see two movies, Invictus and Everyone's Okay. For the first movie I'm going to review is Invictus. This is a movie that's based on a true story with the main character being Nelson Mandela, played by Morgan Freeman, and his support staff, I suppose, bodyguards, etc., etc., and the captain of the South African rugby during the World Cup in South Africa, and in which it with the prodding of Mr. Mandela with the team captain of the rugby team, brought together South Africa after decades and decades of apartheid. It brought the country together, and I will say from the get-go, this is definitely an Oscar contender movie. Morgan Freeman could be would be very I would be very happy if I saw Morgan Freeman get an Oscar nomination for this, as well as Matt Damon. Both gave tremendous good acting jobs here. Morgan Freeman had the bigger task of doing the acting job, but it's not to say that Matt Damon, who I'm not sure if he would be the main character or he would be a co-main character, but if he got a supporting actor nomination, I really wouldn't be angry at that as well. Just to set the story straight, it starts with Nelson Mandela being released from prison, and then having the fair, free elections in South Africa, showing the end of apartheid, and it's a really heartwarming movie, and it actually explains, especially to a lot of Americans who have no idea what rugby is, what rugby is. It's kind of a weird hybrid game between American football and it's kind of like American football, but it's hard to explain. You go past a goal line, you get 6 points. You kick a field goal, you get 3 points. But it's completely rough and tumble. There are no pads, and it shows the physicality and the heartache of being on a rugby team, and the conditions in South Africa, especially when they saw when you went to what is currently the slums in Johannesburg, Soweto, which is one of the most infamous slums in the world, segregated by the Afrikaners, to be relegated into this pretty terrible place. If you saw District 9, Soweto was the venue that District 9 was in, where the aliens lived, and that's where at the time of apartheid, Black Africans, Black South Africans lived and were subjugated by the Afrikaners, which is another minority part of the government and police force, which they still are, but at the same time, it's at least in that sense where apartheid was strong, it's a lot better. This is a movie that if you like sports, you would like this. If you like storylines without plot holes, you would like this. If you and the music is beautiful because it's partially going to be Western music, of course, because it's South Africa, touched by Great Britain, and then dog, go away, dog. And it has beautiful African music as well. So I say that on a scale of 1 to 10, it would probably be a 9, and acting jobs by Morgan Freeman a 10, acting job by Matt Damon a 10. So it's something that you should definitely consider watching. It's something that I might watch again if it was that good. So there you go. So the second movie that I'm reviewing is Everybody's Fine. It's a remake of a 1990 film, Italian film, and with all Italian films after World War II, they are touched by something called neorealism. Neorealism makes movies really slow. It shows you the mundane things in life, like taking a bus, going to the bathroom, shaving, taking pills, etc., etc., etc. Makes everything really slow, but in the end, I like Italian film because Italian films use a lot of neorealism, and it almost always ends with there's a problem. Well, it starts with there's a problem. Someone is trying to figure out a solution, and in this case, it's Robert De Niro, and he's going to visit his kids, and that is the storyline. His kids were supposed to come to his house, they didn't come, so he went to their houses. So that's how this film with Robert De Niro ended up. So, just to be accurate, this film has the three kids, which are Drew Barrymore, Kate Beckinsale, which great accent, Kate. She had to get an accent advisor so she could sound American. Sam Rockwell and Lucien Marcel. Wait, which was he was Jack? Oh, he was the husband. Okay. And in this, the movie starts in Elmira, New York, with Robert De Niro tending to his garden, going to the doctor, buying a bunch of food for his kids to come over, wine and whatever. It starts out very, very, very slow. Like I had warned you, neorealist films are very slow because it shows you the mundane. And then he decides that he's going to go on a trip, and you basically see his adventures going around. But the interesting thing is what would normally be a plot hole in the film actually becomes a very good strength, because there is an underlying understory to this, as well as the tension between father, son, mother, sister, father kind of deal. And an interesting way that they showed that Robert De Niro, as his character, saw his children was that classic thing that parents do and grandparents do, which is they see their children as little children for their whole lives. They would switch from being adults to children during the movie, and I thought that was a really good way to develop the plot, because he sees things, Robert De Niro sees things as only a parent would see them, and there are certain things that fall apart during the movie, and certain inconsistencies that are in the movie that are definitely shown because and very subtly done. There is there's his daughter who lives in well, they say Chicago, but it's actually a Frank Lloyd Wright in Gary, Indiana. And I guess you could commute from Gary, Indiana to Chicago, but it would be a really big commute. And you can tell that something is a little bit wrong. And then he goes to visit his son in New York, and then no one's there. He waits the whole night and no one's there. And then he goes to Robert De Niro's character goes to Denver, and he thinks his son is the director, and he ends up not being the director. And then he goes to he ends up going to visit Drew Barrymore's character in Las Vegas, and there's a cute, really, really cute baby there. That's like it has huge eyes and a big head. Just want to squeeze his cheeks, kind of thing. And something is wrong there as well. In the end, you find out what all of these problems are, and again, that other understory. So there's probably like 4 layers in this movie. So it's not that it's hard to understand, but unless you can pick up the little subtle cues between each interaction with his children, you'll never find out. I mean, you won't find out until the end of the movie what is happening, and that's fine. I picked it up, and I was like, there's something wrong here, and there's something wrong here, and there's something wrong here. But they did it so subtly that it was done and it's beautiful. I loved it. Again, as a warning to people who want to watch this movie, is that probably the last third of the movie, if you're a person that cries at movies, you will cry, because I almost cried during the movie about 5 or 6 times near the end of the movie. And this is one of those acting jobs where, and beautiful writing jobs, that there are basically no plot holes. Well, the plot holes are written in so that you are able to solve them at the end of the movie. So it goes, it progresses the way that the movie goes. So I'm sure that, again, Robert De Niro will get an Oscar nomination for this as well. I mean, I really hope that he does, because he made me cry, he made me laugh, and I think one of the better things in the movies is that he has this annoying habit to take a photo of everything, and it's not a digital camera like what you and I or anyone else would have, but it's just a film camera, and it's funny. He took a photo that's like basically like him in the pool going like, I'm taking a photo of myself, but what we would have like instantly, oh god, that's a horrible picture. You don't get to actually see until the end of the movie, and it's actually a joy, and you should wait till the credits for this movie to end to actually watch it, because it's kind of a joy, and in the end you're happy, but you're left with a sense of loss because the mother is not there, and he got the rest of his children to come. So I would say out of 1 to 10, this movie is a 10. It's one of the better films that I've seen this year, and it's something that you should definitely consider seeing this holiday season if it's still around. I'm not sure how much word of mouth is going to be able to get this movie going. Very good movie, great acting, but maybe a little too slow for a lot of people, but I like that kind of film. So thank you for watching my film reviews. I will talk to you later. I know this is going to be really long, but thank you for watching. Bye.